This week we'll be talking about Wild Hearts, the new EA original and Koei Tecmo Monster Hunter rival coming out soon. Google Stadia joining its cousins in the Google Graveyard. Overwatch 2 continued to introduce weird changes to make the game more of a grind. PlayStation Stars being a quote completely well thought out unquote members program. Saudi Arabia planning to spend $13 billion to acquire a leading game publisher. Skull and Bones being stuck at port yet again. Our backlog game impressions for Cyberpunk 2077, God of War, Yakuza 0, Yakuza Like a Dragon, and more on Season 6, Episode 38 of Press X to Start podcast. What's up, everyone? I'm your host, DJ, aka Sexy Bad Choices, aka I be doing windmills and Like a Dragon for massive damage. Who else is here?
I am Sean MF Ross,
Ooh, what the MF stand for?
Mad Dog of Shimano.
Oh, look at that. More Japanese. And who else? Who else is here?
It's your boy Jordan, aka JXBot, aka your favorite Nice City Choom, aka one of the original members of Toho Clan, Dojo Alliance,
okay.
the Dojima clan within the Toho clan.
You're expelled from the clan.
You have Toho. No. You have Toho. Then you have Omni, which are those assholes over here.
Breaks on the whiteboard.
You got the Omi Alliance over here. You got the Nishi family over here.
Fuck the Omi Alliance. Dojima clan all the time. Yeah, I'm here.
And last up,
hey, it's me, Avery.
Nailed it.
What set you up, because?
I think you might be watching esports right now. Is that the case, Avery?
No.
He's just done with our antics.
He's like, "Hey, I got news to talk about. Let's hurry up." All right. Now that you know who we are, Press X Start Podcast is a weekly show where we talk about the latest gaming news, review the biggest games, and give you our thoughts on the games we are playing. Our goal is to expand the video game media landscape through an underserved point of view. If you like what we do and you are watching on YouTube, you can support us by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and hitting the notification bell. If you are listening, we would appreciate you leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or the podcast service you are tuned in on. If you want to join in on our conversation, now listen up, you can by joining our Discord at pressx2start.com/Discord. So
we
do it.
Opening the floodgates?
We're going to do it. Join in and laugh with us. And then you can actually get all the behind the scenes jokes that we just kind of laugh at all the time. It's amazing. It's a good time. All right. Actually, speaking of reviews, because I've said that we're going to do this, I'm going to start doing it. This review comes from I love @sign. So I think it's I love it. It's short and simple. It's sweet. We love it. We appreciate it. The review goes, "These guys are hilarious. Thank you. Easy to keep up with in gaming world news." So thank you. I love it. As you know, you can leave us more reviews and we will read it here. As long as it's good.
It doesn't have to be PG-13.
It
could be rated X.
Maybe not.
For a monetization standpoint, I would
Yeah.
I would
drop it to like
PG.
We'll just display it on the screen. We won't read it.
It can be rated W, not
If YouTube can look at my screen in the background and see 5 minutes of me playing the Pokemon anime, then it can read the additional words of cursing.
He has a point there. And we are back. Now it is time for us to talk about the games we have been playing, starting with Cyberpunk 2077. All right, Jordan, take it away. What you been doing?
Yeah. Like
Actually, no.
Yeah. Like Avery should go.
Avery. Yeah, because you've both been playing Cyberpunk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I am essentially 1 weekend away from beating it. I have pretty much done every gig. I have pretty much purchased all the. Here's the thing: I'm playing this game to get the platinum trophy, so I'm once again 100%ing it this time on PlayStation because I did everything I needed to do on PC, but I'm doing it again now and I'm playing it on console.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not nearly done with the game. It's still gonna be a Herculean effort, like maybe a couple of more weeks of like me putting 2 to 3 hours into it every night to do a lot of shit. There are parts of this trophy that just aren't fun. Like I'm looking at you, cars in the game, and the amount of financial money it requires to buy all of them. But that being
Mm.
said, I'm once again still enjoying this game. It's still fantastic.
Is it
I'm
driving any better?
No, the driving is still dog shit. It's even more
Okay.
dog shit than I remember it on PC,
Valid.
which is surprising. I'm once again in the midst of my whirlwind romance with Pan Am, the greatest video game romance of all time. So
Yeah.
that's where I'm currently living right now.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Yeah. No.
Bet. And then
Because early this year I started a second playthrough when they had the 1.4 update, which was the official Xbox Series X PS5 update of the game. Yeah, I've been championing this game because yeah, go back to our Cyberpunk review. Cam came out the woodwork to talk nonsense to me about how bad the experience was. But remember, I was playing it on Xbox Series X. I believe Avery, you were playing it on PC.
Yeah.
Like there were only certain platforms that could play it without it
and Sean was
breaking.
playing it on PS5.
So
So
yeah,
I
like
am of this cast. I am the only person that played it on the PS4 because me and Cam played on PS4 and it was horrible. And
so I got
Get
the
broke,
1.6
bitch.
update, which I got like to the very end of my second playthrough with the 1.4, so I was able to see the gigs appear, and there's about three. One was a rogue one, which had you fucking with me. I'm gonna spoil that much, but like one was a rogue related gig to which you just fucking around Maelstrom again. One was I've got like the Capitan. I forgot the guy's name. You were fucking around with Sixth Street again, no reason, just some extra shards to look at, and some background behind Sixth Street, my favorite gang. Um, and the other one was like the other one was like a full like side quest type thing, to which it was very much so Ghost in the Shell. Like this was a Ghost in the Shell type storyline, full body prosthesis. Not gonna go into too many details, but for the most part, the 1.6 update was only like an hour and a half as like is well that like 45 minutes to be honest. I was just fucking around, like driving around the city and testing out new guns and stuff. But they did drop some of the Edge Runner equipment throughout the city. Cyberpunk 2077 had a huge resurgence after Edge Runners. It's charting very high on Steam, and I am a Rebecca stand. If you're not a Rebecca stand, then I'm sorry. Rebecca has not blessed your life with you knowing about who that is. Rest in peace.
I like Lucy.
Um,
Lucy's one of
and
the. I'm not gonna litigate this. Move. Keep going, Jordan.
no worries. But yeah, like I got back into Cyberpunk, and I am full speed ahead about killing Adam Smasher again, man. And I have like a little save before I go against him, so I can kill him every fucking time because goddamn, did that game give me more energy into that universe again. And I'm very excited to see the new update to it. And yeah, once again, to if you don't know, like Cyberpunk is a brainchild of a black man. Like this universe
Mike
is an
Pondsmith or
export
something
of
like that.
Mike Pondsmith. So
Yep.
I'm super happy. It deserved every criticism it got at the beginning, but I'm happy people are recognizing it as
Hmm.
being an excellent RPG story driven from first person shooter sim. So yeah, I'm just loving the game. And if you were burnt by it in the past, please give it another chance.
I as a person who was very much so burnt by this game,
Oh
I
yeah.
am happy that people are finding their way back to the game and the game is having a rebirth, sort of like No Man's Sky.
Mhm.
Um I think I mean, I get it, but like them releasing this update and pretty much cutting and running, and I think the next game they're going to do is going to be a Witcher game. They're not going to. There might be a sequel of Cyberpunk, but that's not going to happen anytime
They
soon.
they don't want to abandon universe. The next big thing is a story DLC. That's the next big thing
Yeah, I
for
think that's
now.
the
But then
last
but
thing
then
they
yeah,
said.
then they're ending it correct.
Right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's like I think it's cool. I think it's good to end this game on a good note, just for the
Mhm.
sake of the development hours that went into this game and like Mike Pondsmith, like all that stuff. Um, for me, I think it's growth that I am happy for this game instead of, being in the same mental state that I was when I okay, backstory, I didn't finish Cyberpunk 2077. like my save is literally in the middle of the last mission of the game. Like I did the because I was also with Pan Am, so I did the whole like tank thing with her.
Yeah.
Got out of the
Okay.
tank and then did that
Third
last
act.
like
That's
that
third act
next
right
like
there.
no, is it? Okay. I did
Yeah.
the next like little bunch of enemies and then I just turned the game off because I was like,
So you
I'm done
pretty
with
much
this game.
skeeted, fought your way out, and then never played again. You're a terrible.
Hey, the suffering that I went through to get to that point, Sean. But yeah, like overall, I say all this just say like I'm happy that this game is in a better state, and like I think I'll be interested. I mean, we know like Witcher, the next Witcher game is going to sell, and people are going to forget about Cyberpunk because Witcher and Cyberpunk have almost no crossover in terms of the Venn diagram of the kind of game it is. So it'll be fine. They'll be fine. So yeah. All right, Jordan. What else have you been playing?
I've been playing Prodeus, which is like this
Is that how you pronounce it?
yeah,
Prodeus, not Proteus?
Prodeus. Yeah, like it's
Okay.
basically a Doom clone. Like it's like it's this as if you would say we have Doom at home. Well, mhm.
Jordan. Do they do they say the word Prodeus in the game?
No.
Is it Prodeus?
Because like if it's a Doom like game and it's aping a Doom aesthetic, I'm assuming it's using pro and deus as in like God, so it
No.
would be Prodeus. But
Prodeus.
my nomenclature is not right with that word. It's one of those words that like I get wrong all the time. So let's not even litigate how this name is pronounced. You guys are correct. Moving forward.
No, he's right. I mean, like, yeah, like I struggle with it too. You know, like if you
My
call it
dumb
Prodeus,
brain
I'm
said
gonna believe you.
Proteus, so
Yeah. But yeah, like it's like we have Doom at home, but if you made Doom at home with Waco beef, like it is a very, very competent Doom clone that takes
I
all of the like it takes like there's like this new thing going around that's going to be aging us. It's called a boomer shooter. Like these new shooters coming out that are harping off the Duke Nukem Doom Half Life
yeah.
aesthetic and
I
like
heard about this game
up-resing them.
yesterday.
Yeah, like it's been in early access for like about a year and a half right now.
Oh,
I
that's
came like it came out
awesome.
early access back in 2020. It just hit Game Pass, and I've been playing a lot of it. Like it has possibly one of the most satisfying shotguns I've played in a long time. I like a good sounding
Ooh.
shotgun. This is a good fucking sound shotgun. You
Okay,
know, just
okay.
you
I
want to
like
fight people with the
shotgun.
shotgun. And yeah,
I'll
you
be the
just
judge of that.
like story doesn't matter. You're just going around just killing demons and this techno sci-fi bullshit. And yeah, like if it comes out on PlayStation Extra, yeah, like I want a lot of people to play this game. It's super fun. It's a super
Okay,
fun.
I'll
Not
check it
too
out.
many people like it was crowdsourced and all that. Not too many people worked on it. Like
Hmm.
a very very impressive game. I just beat God of War. Like this was back in
Hey.
August. Yeah, no, loved every second of it. Buying God of War Ragnarok day one. The moment Kratos had to pop the trunk and bring out the old blaze of chaos, and he was like, "Rrrr," we're like, oh,
Were
one of
you
the
the one
best
who was
gaming.
refusing to play it at first?
No, I wasn't refusing to play it. I told you guys I want to play it in the right settings. I waited so
Mhm.
long. I knew the PS5 was coming out. I knew we were going to update it visually. I had discipline, and it paid off. Beautiful, beautiful sounding. I'm giving the game praise. I'm
I
giving the
bet
game
Jordan
praise.
You are.
is into
You've
edging as well.
already scolded me for it. I already have my lashes on. I already been whipped by this group for not playing it. I played it. Best games ever. First day
Hey,
digital
hey,
purchase,
what you mean group?
$70. I
You
am
mean
in
gang?
this shit. Huh?
I,
Okay.
I'm not gang affiliated in any way, shape, or form.
I am not gang. I do not gang bang.
Press X. It's like-
But yeah, no, I love the quasi open world, linear, tight storytelling, zero load times, all of it. Like what y'all,
Oh yeah.
looked over y'all review again, and yeah, aces across the board, and yeah, God of War Ragnarok is, of course, right, the Elden Ring Game of the Year contender before it even comes out. And
Mhm.
lastly, I played Chorus. I think Chorus is like maybe $10 on PlayStation. It's a very very cheap game, about like a 20-hour experience of like an arcade shooting flight. Like action.
Mhm.
I talked about this last time.
It's
Very
chorus. It's
very
chorus with a V instead of a U.
With a V, yeah.
correct. I thought about this last time, and yeah, just a super fun week. Like you probably beat it in like a weekend or so. Um, action and like action fight games, like fighter jet game, but in space. So yeah,
Mm.
it
Shout
was
out
super
to
fun.
Steam spelling it with a U, and then the marketing like graphics has a V in it. That's weird.
Well, I mean, when people type it, they're gonna spell it out chorus. It's just a
Yeah.
stylized V. It's a
Mhm.
stylized U. So I mean,
Yeah.
you
No,
know,
I just
it would
it's
never get
weird.
fucking found if they actually spelled it with a V.
Yeah, yeah.
The
It's
cool
just
the,
it's just smart
the
marketing.
coolest moments of the game is like taking out capital ships with like subsystems and stuff and watching them blow up. Very, very
Ooh.
beautiful game. With like
Okay. Okay.
excellent explosions. Excellent explosions. That's what I've
That
been playing.
works. All right. Well, before we get into Yakuza Corner,
Ooh.
we hope you have been enjoying us talking about these games that we've been playing. If you are watching us on YouTube, you can for sure like the podcast, or like the video, like the podcast video. You can hit that subscribe button and then hit that notification bell. We would greatly appreciate that. If you are listening to us talk about these games that we are playing, you could probably watch too. That'd be great. We'd appreciate that. But you can pause the podcast and you can leave us a review. And maybe, just maybe, we might read the review on our podcast. And you might want that. You should want that. If you would like to join in on our conversations, you can by joining our Discord at pressx2start.com/Discord. And that'll take you to exactly where you need to be to start talking to us. Not immediately, probably like, soon, because I'd have to approve you and do all that stuff and make sure you're not gonna just jump in and being like, whites are right or something. You just gotta make sure. Um, yeah, all right. Well, let's get back into the games we're talking about. I think I'll go. So, as I said, Yakuza Corner. I have been playing like a dragon here and there, and I came back to this game, and God, this game is great.
Mm.
Oh my God, this game is just. I feel like I've gotten to the point. I'm in chapter 6. I'm almost in the middle of the game or something like that. I have my 4 characters. I think there's going to be more characters that join your team,
Mhm.
but I've been having such a great time in this game where I just haven't found a flaw to be like, "Man, this one thing in this game sucks." Like, I just got into the real estate stuff. Like, I got my own, like, the
Mm.
what is it? Ichiban Confections or something? Like, my first business, and it's just like, it just keeps opening up with things you can do. I got the ability to change my classes, and if you don't know about me, hey, I'm DJ, aka Sexy Bad Choices, aka I was a breakdancer. You can change your job to be a breakdancer in this game. Your job basically your class. I just unlocked windmills. Bro, I am doing windmills for massive damage. This is great. This game is game of the year in 2022 for me. This is crazy.
Mm.
I continue to enjoy this game. As it is right now, I don't know how. I have no idea how this game is gonna get less great. Yeah, I said less great. Just yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I'm loving this game. If you've downloaded this game because it was on PlayStation Plus a couple months ago and you haven't played it, you're an idiot. You're an
Punch yourself
idiot.
in the face.
Yes, punch yourself in your place, record it, send it to our Instagram so we can like it and shame you as well, and then take another picture of yourself playing the game because that's what you have to do. That's the follow up. So do those 2 things, and then like, subscribe, and. All right, Sean, what you been getting into?
I beat Yakuza 0. I so wanted to platinum it, but I'm not replaying that shit on Legend. That's just
Oh, you have to
insane.
replay it to platinum it.
Yeah.
Is Legend like the harder difficulty or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't think you carry over anything from your previous gameplay. So I'm just like, I love it,
Yikes.
but there's other
Yeah, those
games I want
boss
to
fights
play.
can be pretty sweaty.
Yeah. I'm loving the melodrama of the series. As I said once before, I'm upset that I missed this the first time around. But this may be right up under Grand Theft Auto for my favorite like franchise slash series. And I'm only on the second game
Wow. Okay.
chronologically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like the wacky shit that's happening. Just brothers just rolling up on you, just talking shit. Like I'm in Kiwami now, and it's funny. I think it's like 17 years later chronologically from 0, and
Hmm.
everybody's scamming. Everybody's just scamming in the fucking city. They have dudes that bump into you and it's like, "Oh, you hurt my shoulder. I'm gonna need some money for that hospital bill. 20,000 to cover it." And it's like,
Yep.
I'm not paying you. Another dude acts like you stepped on his contact lens and it's a special import from Germany. And you're like, I'm not paying that shit, and you beat his ass. And somebody's like, yo, that guy scammed me too. And then you go back around the corner, like eventually,
Yeah, you
and
beat up
you step
people.
on his shit again, and he's like, he's not looking at you the first time. He's like, yo, you just broke my contact lenses from France. He's like, yo, I thought they were from Germany. Ah, it's you again. Like, one girl was getting like I guess harassed by a drunk dude, and you go to save her, and she's like, "Oh my god, thank you so much. Let me treat you to a drink." And they bring you to this bar, and apparently they're trying to get you drunk and drugged up so they can rob. Like every fucking body's scamming in the city. It's ridiculous.
So here's my question: as a person who has just experienced Yakuza with Like a Dragon,
Hmm.
it for me it does like it's at a level of a masterpiece when it just tackles like just everyday problems.
Hmm.
Is that a
Wacky.
thing that
It's
is?
still wacky. It's
It is
wacky.
wacky, but like I feel like for as long as I've played Yakuza, like
Yeah.
all the characters they have, like I guess the characters that you're doing like quests and stuff with, or
Mhm.
even the side quests, it's just like, oh man, this is like really fascinating and like interesting. Like these people feel like lived in, like even
It
though
it very much so is.
yeah,
Um,
like is that a thing? Is there another kind of series that does this kind of portrayal of character?
Grand Theft Auto maybe, but you don't have this many involved side quests.
Yeah.
Like
You know
Grand
what?
Theft Auto side quests are more of a one and done thing. This has you hopping from here to here to here to actually follow up with the people and um
I wonder if it's because, hey, I live in America, so like the character portrayal in Grand Theft Auto feels kind of more wacky to me because like I live in America, so it's just like, oh, I can kind of see like where they're going with that versus like I'm not Japanese. I've never lived in Japan. I don't know the typical day to day to be like, oh, haha, that's funny. This is just a like
no,
you know,
it's not strictly Japanese humor. I'm sure it's there if you know where to look, but this is generalized humor. Cause there are
Yeah.
certain things that I look at, I'm like, this feels very American to me, but it's fine. Um,
Well, I mean, like, I would laugh out loud when it would involve a storyline to which it would involve a storyline to which Kiryu like learns something or it has a
mhm.
message to it, and that like
mm,
melodramatic, like that melancholy music comes on of like, oh
Yeah.
man, maybe if I didn't judge a dominatrix, I would have been a better person. Like that shit's just wacky to me. Like there's too many missions like
Yeah,
that.
I forgot
Too
about
many
that mission.
series.
There's one mission where you're helping a dominatrix become a better dominatrix because she's too
Hmm.
shy and reserved, and
I
he's like,
told
yeah.
"No,
you,
you gotta
Kiryu helps
treat people
out
like shit."
children and dominatrixes in the same evening. He's the greatest person on the planet.
So actually, this is a question to Jordan because you've played both Like a Dragon and Yakuza
No,
Zero.
no, no, no.
And
I played Zero, Kiwame, and Kiwame 2. I haven't played Like a Dragon yet.
oh, really?
No. Hmm.
So I'm
I'm
the only
not
one
playing
that's
Like a
playing
Dragon.
like a. Oh, I thought you
Hmm.
played Like a Dragon.
Like,
No.
So because as it is right now, how far I've gotten in Like a Dragon, it feels more. I mean, they. No, I'm gonna go ahead and say it feels more, I guess, realistic in terms of the like story and like character stuff that I'm like going with. It's like the main character Kasuga he feels like a hero character, but
mhm,
like for example, you talking about like the whole dominatrix thing, like I haven't had like like the craziest thing that I've had happen so far has been the thing that I talked about in our chat about I was outside of a um I was outside of a building, heard
mhm.
crying inside, was talking to a guy. He was like, "Oh, you hear the baby crying?" And we're like, "Yeah." So we go get milk because we think that there's a mom in there who having a hard time with their baby. So we're being nice by giving them milk. We get the milk. We go inside. We realize that it's like three adult babies, and like it's a whole thing that's happening up there. And then we kind of interrupt them. They get mad. They fight us. We win, of course, because you know, I'm the G. And
Yeah.
then we end up drinking the milk together or whatever, and the guy, the adult baby guy talks to
Mhm.
the guy that I was talking about like being a good person and so on and so forth. Like it's kind of crazy in that way,
All
but
the
it's
wackiness
also
is in the side quests. You don't have
yeah,
to
yeah,
experience any of it if you want to stay serious route and just do the main quest, but you're not gonna grow your character, so to speak, as far as
Yeah.
skills and what
exactly.
have you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
right, right.
terms of that main story thread, I mean, it's still a dramatized and
Mhm.
romanticized version of Yakuza because Yakuza like
Yeah.
kind of doesn't really exist anymore. Like Japan took care of that back in the '90s. You know, a
Mm.
lot of like just a lot of hardcore.
They
I'm
don't
sorry.
openly exist.
Not in
Well,
the manner
yeah,
that they
yeah.
used to.
Yeah, but
They are
like
still
this.
very much a thing.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like it's still like old dudes running around, but like there's like a huge crackdown and stuff, like straight up shootouts and shit. But like this, like what the Yakuza world has like this fantasized version of Yakuza, like
Yeah.
like they're super powerful, they're in politics and stuff like that. It's like, yes, I mean, it's like it's like crime story, you know.
Yeah.
It's
And
universe.
I guess that's another reason why they're going forward they're gonna go with Like a Dragon versus Yakuza as
Mhm.
their yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we've covered all the games. Oh no, we didn't. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Sean,
Mm.
what is this Lucky Luna?
Oh, so I've been playing Netflix games.
How
I
did you
just
not you what? This we should have led with you playing Netflix games. What?
so I come across articles every now and then, and apparently, they said this was a good game. This is a platformer without jumping.
I feel like
Um,
you're lying to us.
it's all Netflix games are on mobile, and pretty much this has a nice aesthetic. I've only played like 2 or 3 levels, but the gameplay is simplistic. You're literally just dragging your character left and right, but there are timing things that you have to do. There are obstacles and I'm losing the word I'm trying to think of. But it's no different than Mario, but you're not jumping, for lack of a better word. So it looks like you have power-ups, you have coins or little dots to collect, but there are spikes slamming down on the ground and things shooting out and what have you. It's just that you're not jumping, you're falling. And
Interesting.
it's it's really hard. Okay, he pulled up a video
Yeah,
of it.
put gameplay up.
Yeah, you're following this fox around. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with the fox, but there's literally no jumping in this game. You're falling and you're controlling a character. That's a simplistic little area that he's showing right
Yeah,
now.
I'm
But
gonna jump forward a little bit. So is this like
I don't.
it's not Enter the Gungeon. What's that other game where you're falling down and shooting downwards?
Downwell.
Is it yeah, Downwell, yeah. Is it like that where it's just well, I guess no, because it seems like
There
this
is
is
no
the version
shooting.
of the game.
This little, and it looks like a little. I'm not gonna say black girl, but it's a brown person.
Okay, that's what's up.
And like there's hazards, as you can see, caterpillars and
Yeah,
spikes and all types of wild stuff, and you're collecting
nice.
dots. I don't know what I feel like you can buy something with the dots, but they have challenges in each stage, and it has a mechanic kind of like, I really hate to say this, Souls like, where if you die you lose a portion of your dots, and if you don't make it back to get them you lose those permanently.
Okay. All right. Okay.
um
That's so
if you have
has this been challenging for what you've played
um
so far?
yeah. Yeah, because I mean, I didn't
Nice.
100% everything so far, but
Yeah.
of course I'm mainlining Yakuza right now. So I mean, I've only played
Yeah.
a few levels of this, but it's been entertaining. I would check it out if you have a Netflix account. They have a couple of games. There's also another thing I play on there called, I don't
Come
even
on,
remember.
person. What are you doing?
Yeah, no, it's
Jesus.
it's it's actually challenging, DJ.
Oh, okay.
They don't suck. It's actually challenging. Point P. Yeah, they have a few decent games on there, which is kind of surprising.
Huh.
More compelling than anything Stadia has put out.
Oh, ouch.
He can say that he owns Stadia.
All right.
Nah, I would
Okay.
definitely check it out. I mean, if you have a Netflix account, all of these are available to you. Just log
So
in
you
and
have to
try it out.
have the mobile app to get these games? Is that how that works? Like, how do you get this game
You
on your
can
phone?
find them through the App Store, as well as if you're scrolling through Netflix on mobile, it actually has a gaming tab and it'll bring you to the download page for that game.
Oh, wow, I did not know that. Okay, cool. I'll have to
So
check out my, Netflix app.
it I'm not gonna say it costs nothing, but I mean it costs nothing if you already have a Netflix account. Check
Yeah,
it out.
yeah.
Check it out.
If
It's
you've
free.
watched Cyberpunk 2070 no, I guess Cyberpunk Edge Runner, then you can play Lucky Loon.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's it for the games we have been playing.
And now, no, there's nothing else. There's nothing else.
All right. Well, that has been our podcast. We hope you enjoyed listening slash watching us as we enjoyed being watched and listened to. Please, that's don't take that kinky. That's just, it's it's what YouTube is. If you missed any details, you can find all that and more on our website at pressx2start.com. If you would do the pleasure, please like this video. Please hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. If you are listening, please leave us a review. We would greatly appreciate that on the podcast service you are currently listening to. I mean, I think I feel like there's another line in here that I say for the ending. We hope you enjoy it. I think that's it. I think we covered all the things we need to cover. Again, our website at pressx2start.com. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, but it's just
Man.
kind of a hold there. We're on YouTube. Oh, you know what? Speaking of YouTube, we are at 104 subscribers. We greatly appreciate that. I kind of feel like you guys just kind of stopped subscribing after we hit the 100 mark. But remember, when we hit that, I was like, the next thing is gonna be 1 million. So I'm gonna need you guys to keep it up.
I'm
We
gonna
greatly
reach out to my
appreciate that.
contacts in North Korea. They'll subscribe.
Well, North Korea? Wait, do we want
For,
that?
for
I'm
legal
not.
for legal reasons, what Sean is saying is a joke.
Thank you, Avery.
Since we
What
don't got Cam and Douglas on,
I mean,
Avery has to be our legal representation.
what we don't need is this audio being flagged of us having North Korean ties, and then have I
Yeah.
don't know the NSA decide that we need to start listening to this podcast, and then prosecuting all the illegal
Hey,
shit
more
that Sean does.
subscribers.
Right? It'll be a problem because it's going to be more than one person listening. So, if they subscribe or like the podcast, it kind of might work out. Minus the whole prosecuting shot.
Hey, I'm willing to go to jail for 10 years, just like Kiryu for the podcast. It's fine.
I'm just saying, I love Sean, but I will throw this man under the bus in a heartbeat.
Oh shit.
Hey, you
If,
know what?
if
That's
it's a
Press
lo-
X Start Podcast.
if it's a local and state situation, I have his back. But if it's a federal situation, I'm throwing you under the bus.
You
Dog.
ain't trying to get some RICO charges.
Oh man, we are funny. Yeah, we're Press X Start Podcast. Until next time, where we talk about more games. You be safe, you have fun, you continue playing the games, and you wash your hands because COVID is not done with you or us. No, you with you. All right, guys, bye.
Hey.